Welcome back to Apples and Oranges. I'm Professor Sean Otmishi, and on today's segment, we're going to be discussing two different types of content management systems that are open source. One is WordPress, and the other one is actually Joomla. If you're not familiar with those, please make sure that you do a little research while you're watching this by using your tablet or your laptop or your desktop computer and search for open source content management systems. I'd like to first introduce the gentleman on my left and right of me, and we'll start with the right on my side.
My name is Arun.
Wonderful. And
I'm Francis.
Great. Glad that you guys are here. And to my left,
Val.
Okay.
And I'm Angel.
Great, great. So I'm glad you guys are all here today, and it's an exciting topic. And you guys are all former or actual students of mine right now. And I'd first like to ask you, which content management systems are you with? Are you for?
Well, we are Joomla people. You know, we love Joomla.
So you're both Joomla. So you and Arun and Francis are both Joomla. Okay, great. And on my left, and you guys are for
WordPress.
The easier solution.
Oh, okay. The easier solution. Okay, so I guess we'll start with Val. Since you mentioned that it's an easier solution, how is it easier compared to Joomla?
Well, first of all, you have, with WordPress, it's been around, I think, a little bit longer than Joomla. So your community's pretty much bigger than Joomla. So not only that, you have more templates to work with. So there's thousands and thousands. Well, there's thousands of templates for both Joomla and WordPress, but it just seems like the community for WordPress is a little bit larger and a little bit more intricate, which makes like FAQs and all those things online just a little bit easier for you to get around and learn.
So,
content
you know,
management system.
okay, well, you know, I've used both WordPress and Joomla. So let's make sure. So you heard that. I mean, he said, you know, WordPress has been around longer than Joomla. Do you guys agree, or do you interject, or what do you guys suggest?
I think Joomla is an older CMS than WordPress.
I wasn't too sure about that.
Okay. And in your case, you know, he says WordPress is a lot easier. Do you think WordPress is easier, or do you think Joomla is easier, or what's your idea?
I have to agree with him. WordPress is actually easier than Joomla, but Joomla is a much easier, a much more friendly thing to use. You know, it's easier to use for a beginner, but for a more experienced user who wants more power, Joomla is a better content management system.
Okay, and you know, Francis, since your colleague right here sitting here saying that, you know, Joomla is the way to go, I guess you agree with him on that, or what's your idea?
I mean, I just started using Joomla, so I would say the scalability of Joomla is a little better. Like, if you want to get more stuff done in the long run, you can go for Joomla, but WordPress out of the box is probably an easier solution.
Okay. And on my left, Angel, what's your suggestion?
What I like about WordPress and I like using WordPress is the fact that it's a very it's a bloggity site. Bloggity site.
It's a technical term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's easier to blog with that site. I think it's very easy to upload content, and to manage the site, I have seen WordPress being much easier than Joomla.
Okay, good.
I've used both.
So we both have Joomla and WordPress users, and for you guys out there that are not familiar with both, I've personally used both, and I would say that they're both good content management systems. Now, in terms of the community, now you mentioned something about the community. You're saying that WordPress has a very good community.
Yes. Majority of websites you would go to, like the thing about most people would do with both these, they would go online, they'll try to find a template or whatever, and then they'll upload it. Unless if you want to go from scratch and do your own
your own
CSS
PHP,
scripts,
yeah.
PHP and all that stuff. But what I find, if I type in templates for CMS, first thing that pops up on Google will be all WordPress stuff. And not only that, a lot of people that are going from WordPress, like a lot of y'all might go to WordPress.com and make their own preset templates. A lot of people that are going from that to their own CMS that they're hosting on their own box. A lot of people are doing that, migrating from using WordPress's servers to their own.
So you're saying that the community for WordPress is up to par?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys, what do you guys think? Do you think the open source community for Joomla is better than WordPress? I mean, I don't know if you guys I know you said you don't have any experience, but you've had both experience for both, right? What's your idea on the community?
I think there's a very wonderful community also with the Joomla,
Okay.
and I think because they've been around for longer, there's a much more mature community out there. You know, a lot better help out.
So can we both agree on? Go
Well, I'm
ahead.
going to add something,
Sure.
Sean. The other thing that I wanted to add was the fact that WordPress has a lot of, what I've seen has a lot of plugins that are very, very, very user friendly.
So we're going to plugins.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna
let
go
me
to plugins.
summarize. So in terms of support, let's just say that both communities on both WordPress and Joomla are pretty up to par for the most part
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
for users at home. Okay, great. Now in terms of plugins, and this is actually the next question I was going to ask,
Uh-huh.
is which content management system has the most powerful customized plugins? Because your website needs plugins for the most part. So Angel, I'll leave it to you. So what's your idea on using WordPress plugins?
I like them. I mean, they have, let's say, for example, they could have a plugin for like SEO. You download a program. Plugin is basically a small program you download and install in the content management site.
You're
In this
referring
case-
to site engine optimization.
Yes, yes,
And that's
yes.
for better traffic and getting more hits.
That is correct.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
very easy to
And
use.
That's
and
already
very
built
friendly.
into WordPress.
So it's built into
So-
it.
Yeah.
So you guys that you say right out of the box, now in terms of SEO, site engine optimization, is it right out of the box, or do you got to add a couple of tweaks to it? Or
Well-
be honest. Be honest with our users at home.
I guess in this debate, that would be WordPress would be much easier to do, but
Okay.
you have a lot more granular control when it comes to Joomla.
Okay. So in terms of plugins, we can say that I would say that both have quite an extensive amount of plugins. I think it depends at the end of which features you want. The last thing is, what about updates? Can you guys both agree? Can all four of you guys both agree on updates that you need to have security updates?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. So the bottom line is with any content management system you have, if it's open source, if you're using WordPress or Joomla, you will have to have a open source community that is really good. So to make a long story short, guys, I'm really glad that you guys were a part of this.
Thank
okay?
you, Sean.
Thank you so much, and I hope you guys do well in all of your classes. Good luck to you all.